What's up? It's Dustin Lynch.
Dustin.
What's going on,
Dustin.
man?
Oh, not much. Drinking the coffee for the day going.
There you go.
So what do you
Gotta
put in
get
your
started.
coffee? Are you cream sugar, just black? What?
Straight up black is how I drink it. A couple times a year, I'll go crazy and get something with a bunch of sugar in it when we're traveling. The everyday coffee's black. It's my favorite time of day, man.
Yeah, that's Kevin and mine as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised to hear you say it's your favorite time of day. Usually artists like to sleep in, don't they?
I for whatever reason, I've been waking up early this year.
Oh,
New
wow.
year, new me. I don't know what's going on. I love my mornings.
So do you get up right away, pour coffee, and then kind of ease into your day then? Or do you do something where you get up and you work out straight away and then get coffee afterwards?
I actually have better days when I work out first, but
Yeah,
that's
me too.
rare. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like to ease in.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, you got to get those workouts in because you got a lot of stuff going on here, getting ready for this new tour, and obviously we're going to have you here in Indy on April 26th at Everwise Amphitheater, which is going to be a great show. But the name of the tour is very interesting because you go back to your first single, "Cowboys and Angels," till now, "Kill the Cowboy."
Yeah, what's the deal?
So for those who haven't heard, give us a little bit of insight as to how we ended up here.
Well, I'm not killing my my music or my history at all. It's simply a song about getting drugged through the coals, man, time and time again. Whenever you're trying to find true love, and I've been on that pathway for a while, just trying to figure out, if I'm doing life right, and I'm single right now and loving the adventure and freedom of that, and is that okay this far along in life? I think through this writing and recording of this album and then talking about it a lot, it's kind of been therapeutic. And yeah, I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm loving life.
Yeah, we're talking with Dustin Lynch. You say you've been the most open and honest with this album. And I love that you asked yourself, am I being too guarded? Am I being intentional with my life? I love that.
Yeah, I think I'm obsessed with writing songs and recording and just everything that music has blessed me with. I now have to, I get to go out to my farm, and I really enjoy that. So I kind of recluse when I get off the road and off tour. I don't really hang out with a lot of people.
Sure.
And, as I'm in the tractor reflecting on where I'm at, I'm going, man, am I okay? What's going on with myself? But it's just what I love doing. And I think as long as I'm happy with myself and love what I'm doing, I'm in good shape.
You ever written a song on the tractor? While on the tractor?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I actually do a lot of my listening for albums, and I'll listen to songs that I've written and listen to songs that my friends have written that have sent me, they send them to me. I do a lot of my A&R, if you will. That's what it's called in the record biz, on the tractor and on my boat. It's something about being outdoors and, I guess in that flow state mentally is where I do a lot of my creating.
Wow.
Now, we know you as an artist, but we wouldn't know you as a farmer. So what are you good at on the farm?
I'm good at learning, to be honest with you. I tell you one thing I didn't realize: whenever you get a farm with a bunch of roads that run through it, it's the maintenance of roads and chopping up treetops is about a full-time job.
Oh, wow.
I don't have any help. I told myself it was a dream to always own a farm. With my first farm, I want to do it all myself and not hire a lot of work out. I think I'm 6 years in, and I'm about ready to start having some help. I got to find me a couple high school kids down the road to come over and help me chop some trees probably this year.
Is it primarily crops then, or do you have some livestock too?
All the crops I have, I'm just growing for my deer, my turkey, and wildlife. I love conservation and making the habitat better. I kind of rescued this farm from a logging company that decimated it. So that's been a fun process. We got a long ways to go with it. But then I've got another farm that joins it. That's a third generation cattle farm. So I'm farming cows too, and
Wow.
it just worked out. I have great neighbors, so they kind of run the show. And when I'm gone, and when I get home, I get to help out a little bit. But we've got about 100 head, and we're hobby farmers. They have their own thing going on during the day too. So we kind of just do it whenever we have some off time, and it's a lot of fun.
That's
That's
impressive.
awesome. Yeah.
100 head, man. That's
Yeah.
not easy to handle. Well,
Yeah,
obviously,
my first job was down the street, $5 an hour when I was 14. And I was helping out with a farming operation down there, and they're actually still going. I was just down in my hometown and asked my buddy Colin, who I was in school with, helping his dad. They're running about 300 heads still in Vegas, so
wow.
it's cool to see that still rolling. It's my
yeah.
first job, and man, $5 an hour was hard-earned back then.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you pay yourself $5 an hour now?
Yes, I do. That probably, I guess, I pay myself with usually a nice grilled steak and
There you go.
cold beers at the end of a long day of farm work.
I suppose that your standard of steak is probably pretty high now too, being that you got some of your own cattle.
Yeah, it is. That's one thing that I was wondering. Hey, I wonder if I can, now that I know all these ladies in the pasture, am I going to be able to enjoy? And we actually had one that pretty almost passed away when she was giving birth, so she started having complications, and the pros are like, well, let's send her on down the road, and man, me and my family have been enjoying that for a couple years now.
There you go.
Yeah, never name them. Don't name them.
Yeah.
That makes it hard.
Well, we talk a little bit about
our older moms all have names just because they've been around 10+ years. But yeah, all the ones that we end up selling and sending off, kind of come and go quick.
Yeah. Well, we talk about the hard work, obviously, on the farm. Also, a lot of hard work when you're on stage, too, and trying to prepare for a tour like what you're going to be bringing here to Indy. Yeah. So what are you doing a little bit different with this tour? How are you reinventing it as you go into this year?
Yeah, well, Whitewater actually is one of the venues I've mentally been picturing as we've been designing the show.
That's
We've got
cool.
Our musical soundtrack done. We've been working on that the last few weeks. And this week I'm working on a lot of video and all the lighting programming. We'll be doing that for the next couple weeks. So by the time it's, packed up in the trucks and hit the road, we're probably 6 weeks in, being in a rehearsal hall, which is a lot of time with no windows and looking at lights. But, our goal is to put on a show that people love and tell their friends about and want to come see again when we come through town, in a year or two. And I've been to Whitewater. The reason I say that, I've been there, I guess, probably the most of all the venues as a fan. I've been up there to watch a handful of shows, and it's just it's a great venue within striking distance of Nashville, and I sneak in. So I know that venue very well as a fan. I've never been on that stage, so we're really excited to get up there in April, and we're way overdue to party in Indy. So I'm excited.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We were just talking off the air before you called, Dustin, what our most recent injury was. What would be yours?
I actually got lucky that this is all that happened. I had a tree come across one of my logging roads, and my saw got pinched. So I was solo, which was dumb, but I went and got my skid steer and lifted the trunk up to try and free my saw. And so there was some pressure on it, and I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and saw the rest of it in half. And as I did, it started rolling towards me, and I was standing on top of one of the trunks.
Oh, my.
And I ejected and jumped, and I guess I just fell weird and hit something hard and broke the tip of my big toe.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
And that's one of those things, you just got to weather the storm. You can't do anything for it.
There's
so
no
last
cast.
year was a bit of a challenge at Cowboy boots all year on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I think I just kept re-injuring it, as I was traveling across the stage each night. But it was one of those things I toughed out. And it's all good now. But that was one I was like, that was pretty dumb. I need to start getting some help out here.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Almost was coyote baked.
Yeah, almost was coyote bait. Oh,
Almost.
my.
It's over.
Oofta. Yeah, that sounds like it would be very painful. And yeah, you can't really do a whole lot with a toe injury like that. But you mentioned your boots too. Is that something where you are like every time you're on stage, you have to wear cowboy boots, or do you sometimes go up relaxed where you just do sneakers? I know that with like Crash My Playa, you might be in flip flops.
Yeah.
But what is that?
I'm jealous of the guys that don't have to wear boots every night. I'm kind of locked into that. I'm kind of locked into cowboy boots. You can't really rock a cowboy hat and Air Jordans.
Sure you can.
You could start the trend.
When we rehearse, I'm in sweats and joggers and running shoes or tennis shoes, and I'm like, man, this would be so awesome to do this on stage. I just feel like I can move more freely, and I'm not breaking my spine in half jumping around in hard heel boots every night. But I guess that's part of it. My heroes have done it and are still out there loving playing every night. And that's the horse I chose, and here we go. We're riding it.
There you
Now,
go.
Dustin, can you take the hat off and the cowboy boots and walk through the crowd and not get recognized? I know Eric Church says he just takes his sunglasses off and no one knows. They don't recognize him. Do you do that when you just kind of want to sneak through a crowd?
Absolutely, and even if I go to a ball cap, that helps. And tennis shoes. But if I go hatless, I can pretty much disappear for the night.
Now, have you ever done a wig, like a woman's wig?
Well, he's not going to admit to it.
I think we were just. It was one of the years we were out with Luke Bryan, and I wanted to go see that show out front. It's tough to get out front in the crowd and not. I love it. I appreciate people that want to come up and get a picture, but I don't like that it takes attention away from who's on stage. So
That's a good point.
One of the nights, we put on a wig and a mustache. But I think it was so terrible that people started realizing, oh, that's a dude dressing up. It's got to be somebody. And
Do you have like a different name for that person? Like when you do put that mustache on? Because I would come up with an alter ego at that point.
Lester.
I need to. I don't know who would. Y'all need to give me one. What could it be? Let's do it on air right now.
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
Lester Lynch.
Kevin.
No, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, Lester, I don't think that's a win for me on that one. I don't know. Raul.
Raul.
Yeah, man. Deb, you have anything?
I need to figure out a different accent for Raul.
Yeah. You got to roll the R. That's what it is.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I think I'll go with that one.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like that. Excellent.
Yeah, I feel like Raul has a gold tooth.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait till you come to Indy.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I want to also highlight, while we have you here, you've got a new song out too with Jelly Roll. Speaking of gold tooth,
this is cool.
And the song Chevrolet. What an interesting take on obviously a classic song. Tell us a little bit about. I know that you have been friends with Jelly for a long time, but how did this come to be? Because this isn't a song you just recorded last week, right?
No, this is a little silver lining of not getting to tour in 2021, and all of us artists just kind of being back in town and reconnecting, to be honest with you. And I noticed that Jelly's fan base was super engaged whenever he was going live and posting stuff. We're all trying to figure out, okay, how do we continue to make music and give our fans something to enjoy while they're stuck at the house too. And that's kind of what rekindled, Jelly and myself and our producer, Zach Corral, excuse me, talking again, just talking about that. And then they started, Zach and Jelly were making beats way before I even moved to Nashville, when he was rapping just strictly. And it was that year too that they were like, man, should we do a country record? And he recorded Save Me. And then it was like, yeah, we probably should, because this is blowing up. So that's kind of how it all started. Chevrolet came across our desk, and we were just all in the studio cooking at the same time. And yeah, it's an honor, man. That melody's been around for decades. A hit for multiple artists, and for us to get to sing a new lyric over it and continue to carry that torch, it's such an honor.
Yeah. Now, listening to the harmonies on that one, there's a female voice on there. Do you know who that voice is? Did you get to pick that voice?
I do. Yes. No, that's Madeline Merlot. She's an artist.
Yes.
I
know her name.
One of my favorite voices in Nashville. She actually is singing on a few new songs all over the Kill the Cowboy album. So. We recently did a CMT campfire sessions, and Madeline joined me for the whole show on that. So if y'all haven't seen that, you can put a face with a voice.
Yeah.
And man, I get chills every time I hear her sing. And what a mega talent.
Yeah.
And she's working on new music, has some new music coming out, and I think she's gonna be a force for a long time.
Now, like the farm, did you also pay her $5 an hour too, or
or in steaks?
Yeah. She's got something really nice in the works. I promise you that.
Good.
We're gonna get to do something really fun here the next few weeks. I don't think she knows that yet. I don't think I've sent her an invite yet, but it's coming.
So if we were to go to dinner with you, Dustin, how do you get your steak? How do you like your steak cooked?
I used to be medium rare, but I've kind of got back to medium and medium plus as of recent. And I eat a lot of steak. We did this thing called Radio Tour. You guys are familiar with it. I guess people listening don't know what that is, and it's where an artist and their radio team kind of visits every radio station in the country in about 6 weeks or 8 weeks, however they plan it out. And you go to steak dinners at all these stops, so you're eating steak dinners, big fancy steak dinners 5 times, 6 times a week.
Yeah.
And I just got to where I hated steak, so I didn't eat it for a long time after that.
Wow.
And I kind of had to work myself back into it, but now I love it. Yeah, I'm probably eating a steak, I don't know, 2-3 times a week, I would say.
I must not eat it very often because I don't know. I'm not familiar with medium plus.
This is like medium well.
Okay.
Not quite. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in the middle.
Okay.
And I would say, like, if it's a lower quality meat, then it's probably usually get it cooked a little more, you know.
Yeah, just to be safe. Well, awesome. Dustin, we're excited to have you here again. Everwise Amphitheater, White River State Park, April 26th. And obviously we know you're going to bring the party. So
Be
thanks.
fun.
Thanks for putting Indy on your stop on your tour.
Absolutely. No, you guys, one of my favorite stops. You know, Indianapolis has been so awesome to us through the years, even from, you know, the first couple stops there at 8 seconds, right?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
That's right.
Yeah. And of course, I've got a great friend circle there too. So I'm always out at Geist, Cocktail Cove every now and again.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
We've
I
heard
just
you
love
boat out
it,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can kick some good weather off with you guys and look forward to partying with all y'all.
Yeah, we're going to get Kevin out on your wakeboard if you bring your boat, okay?
Oh.
Oh, that's a deal.
Wait, that's Kevin in a swim trunks? I don't want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. All right. Raul, thank you. You have a great rest of your day. We appreciate you, buddy.
Love you guys. Thank you.
You
See
too,
ya.
buddy. Bye-bye.